Welcome back to the Mark Turgeon Radio Show on the Maryland Sports Radio Network. Now live from Buffalo Wild Wings in College Park, here's Maryland head coach Mark Turgeon and Johnny Holiday.
Now you'll hear from Travis Garrison. At one time a freshman at the University of Maryland, way back in 2002, right up the street from DeMatha, McDonald's All-American, and it is great to have you with us tonight. One of my all-time favorite guys, Travis Garrison. How you doing, man?
I'm great. It's great to be here. You know, I haven't seen you in a while, so it's great to see you again.
You got out there with the boys and practiced a little bit, huh? Some of the guys?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. You're shooting around out there, just trying to stay in shape, of course.
Watching the young guys practice, you know, they look real good. They look really good.
Yeah. You told us that when you were on with Walt a couple of days ago at the last game. You said, boy, you like this team. What do you like about it?
They're young, they're energetic, they play hard, they work together. They have a lot of potential to grow this year and to go as far as they want to go.
Let's go back to your days, growing up down the street, going to DeMatha, playing for the great Morgan Wooten down there. And you come to Maryland right there in your own backyard. Nothing better than have a guy from DeMatha matriculate to College Park.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, just to be able to play home, play in front of my mom, my family, my friends. You know, it was great. You know, I loved it. You know, I appreciate it. I appreciate the fans here in Maryland. You know, they're great. So, yeah.
One of the most terrific rebounders ever to play at Maryland, Coach, is Travis Garrison.
Well, it's great to have former players back and around the program, and it means a lot to our guys. And so, you know, he's still looking to play some, and he probably wishes he was playing right now.
And
but
he should be.
He's hanging out, but he's a good inspiration to our guys, and you know, he's a local guy that did great, and you know, that's why you take the Maryland job as a coach, to keep guys like Travis home, and you know, he's our last DeMatha player. It's been way too long. So hopefully in the future we're able to do something like that. But he's a great young man. I love having him around. He loves Maryland, and whenever you have guys that love Maryland basketball around, it's good for your program.
Travis, 125 games you played in a Maryland uniform. You played with some excellent teammates too, 2002 to 2006. What are some of the best memories you have of games and big wins?
My freshman year, we could start there. My freshman year in the NCAA tournament when Drew Nicholas hit that shot at the buzzer. I believe it was
UNC Wilmington?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a great shot. We needed that one.
He kept on running.
Kept on running. Coach had to get us back on the court. That was one of my great moments. Also, winning the ACC tournament, my 2004. That was great. That was probably one of my greatest moments.
Is that the John Gilchrist run he had? Yeah.
Man, great run.
I know.
And just beating Duke. Beating Duke was always fun, too, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And then beating Florida my sophomore year, beating Florida when they were number one there. That was a great moment as well.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they were number one, and the fans were sitting right there, right up on top of you. And I'll never forget, Coach Turgeon, is we walked off the floor, and the fans were giving Gary Williams a lot of stuff. And Gary just kind of pointed up to the scoreboard.
Yeah,
that's all he did. Just kept on walking. It was a great night.
Yeah.
Great night.
Absolutely.
You keep in touch with the old guys at all?
Yes. You know, me and Chris McCray, you know, we still very good friends. James Guest, we played in Greece together last year, I believe. A few guys, you know, I try to stay in touch as much as possible.
Let's talk about after Maryland. Take us a little journey where you've been. And we were talking earlier before we came on the air, Coach, about once you get out of college, it becomes not a game, but it's a business.
Yeah,
it's
a
real tough business, job.
It's a very tough business. That's what I try to tell a lot of young kids that want to pursue professional basketball, not just in the NBA, but also overseas. I spent about 7 years playing overseas. This past season, I tried to prepare. I wanted to get opportunities in the NBA. Had a couple of looks with a couple of teams. Didn't really work out yet. Still in the process of working out some things, but I'm just waiting to go play somewhere right now. So maybe overseas, maybe the D-League.
How was it overseas in your past experiences?
That was great. You know, when I was at Maryland, I wasn't really looking forward to going overseas. I didn't really know what to expect. But once I went overseas, it was a great experience. You know, you learn different cultures. I have a lot of friends I consider family that's overseas right now. A lot of places I consider like a second home over there. It was great. You know, like I said, very good basketball, very good people, different cultures. It's a blessing.
I was interested in Jared Nickens' response about asking him the difference coming out of high school when you get to the college level. Did you find the same thing? Because when you came to Maryland, you had all the headlines. McDonald's All-American, the last McDonald's All-American to play at the University of Maryland before Melo Trimble. And there was a lot of pressure on you to perform at the highest level every game.
Yeah, it was. I look back on it now. I got a different perspective now. Coming in, I didn't really know what to expect. I wasn't really prepared for, how to handle things at the time. I didn't really maximize my potential and the opportunity that I did have at Maryland. But I tell a lot of kids now, you have to maximize that time because it goes fast. And then I look back on it now, and I'm like, it went so fast. Like when I went back to Comcast Center, it seemed like I was just playing there yesterday. It goes that fast, and I just tell a lot of kids just appreciate the moment. It's a great opportunity for you, to just appreciate everything, the fans, every game, because once it's over, it's over,
Yeah, that's true. We're going to take a break. We're going to continue to talk with Maryland's former Maryland basketball star, Travis Garrison, when we continue with the Mark Turgeon Show after these messages.
Welcome back to the Mark Turgeon Radio Show.
And Travis, let me talk a little bit about the adjustment you had to make coming out of high school to play at Maryland. You were a scorer down at DeMatha. You could dominate the games. Then all of a sudden you come to Maryland, become a rebounder and a shot blocker. 136 block shots in your career.
Yes, it was an adjustment. Like I said, I really didn't know what to expect to the max, but my role had to change a little bit. Coach Williams wanted me to play more so on the inside. As a post player, I really wasn't a very good post player at the time when I was at DeMatha, so I had to really kind of learn the game. It was a struggle. I'm not gonna lie, man. Coach Williams kind of bumped head because I was a little stubborn when I was here.
Is that sound familiar, Mark?
Yeah, and that's what he's talking about when he talks to the young guys, maximizing it, because when you're a McDonald's All-American, everybody's telling you how great you are.
Absolutely.
And then you get to this level, and they had just won a national championship, so there was really a lot of good players on the floor, and it was an adjustment. But I think what you're talking about, and I wasn't here, and I don't remember watching Travis play, but he obviously was a very good all-around player, because if you can score at one level, then you become a defender and a rebounder and a shot blocker. At another level means you're a good player, and that's why he's making good money playing overseas. And it was probably a really good thing for him, because it made him adjust his game and become more of a complete player.
It's also that fine line, too, that you're going through right now about playing here, playing overseas, and you went to a Hawks tryout, or you got a workout that Danny Ferry gave you down there in Atlanta. How'd that turn out?
It went well. Like I said, just timing and opportunity. I worked out with the Hawks, and I had an opportunity with the Suns a little bit after that. Like I said, it's just timing and just numbers. It's a numbers game.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
I don't think people have no idea how hard it is. And with the draft, he's talking numbers. A lot of those guys already have guaranteed contracts. So there might be one spot available for 30 guys that they bring in, and it's got to be the right fit and what they're looking for. So it's really hard. And I'm sure there's some certain situations where Travis might be better than the players they have, but they're under contract, and they got to stick with those guys. So, he's got to maximize his potential here while he's still young and can do it, whether it's overseas or here, whatever, and just try to get as much out of his basketball ability as he can while he still can.
And, Coach, there's nothing wrong with playing overseas. And that's some pretty good money, pretty good living situations over there.
It's a lot of guys that don't want to come back and play the NBA.
Look at Derek Lewis. Right?
Exactly. There's a lot of guys over there making more money than they can make in the States. And, living very well. Don't have to pay for anything, really. Housing, get a car. So, tax-free.
Before I let you go, let's talk a little bit about this basketball team, what you see from a team that's 10-1 and number 17 in the nation.
That's wow. Like I said, I was just saying that, sky's the limit for them. As long as they keep working and keep building and keep playing together as a team, they can go as far as they want to go. That's all that really matters is what they want and how they want to get there, just determination.
I also admire him, Coach, for being able to talk to young people and tell them what he's gone through and what they can expect and work hard and good things happen to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think what the deal is if you've noticed since I've moved here, I've tried to get as many former players around our program as I can. And I did my homework on him. I wanted to make sure I wanted him around, and everything came up great. They said great things about him, and so I want him around as much as can because he can teach Jared what's important and how to maximize his potential. So you want the good guys around, the guys that love Maryland basketball. So he's been great for me since he's been back around our program.
You ever think about coaching after your playing days are over, Travis?
Actually, I thought about it a lot. I had a lot of time to think while I'm home. Especially being up at Comcast Center with Coach Turgeon.
Sure.
I might want to come back and coach.
There you go.
Coach,
There you go.
Yeah, easy. It's hard. It's a hard life.
Travis, always good to see you. Always a pleasure as a player, and even more so now to see how you've handled yourself and what you've done.
Well, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Travis.
Give my best to your family, too.
Will do. Thank you.